The day YUJI Itadori had enough of Mahito's rage bait. And man, I would have had enough of it too if it was coming from Mahito. That damn Mahito. But thankfully bro's ass got. But this video comes from Codename Super. Bro has dropped again, so everybody go check this out. Link to his original video in the description down below. Make sure you go check it out. Also, his channel is down there too. But man, YUJI definitely went through a lot going against Mahito, and I really want to see this. So let's get into this in 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Let me turn this down real quick. There we go. You know, something about Mahito is he is a good character.
This is one of
definitely
the
really
times
hateable.
Mahito had to go. He got two-faced. Nanami. Fighting for his life against all these transfigured humans. It was looking like round 70 of zombies.
Man.
He had to use everything left to live. And after all that, this man Mahito's just standing right behind him talking about, I've been here the whole time.
I feel bad for him. I feel extremely bad for Nanami, bro, because this man went straight through it, bro. He died horribly, surrounded by all of this nasty stuff. And you know he's probably getting paid minimum wage too, so this is already terrible for him.
Son hit the face that screams,
"All's my life I has to fight."
I'm watching like, how can a man be so wicked? Look at him. He's been through enough.
For real,
and you still
he
have
just
the
looks
audacity
tired.
to give him an extra obstacle with no prize at the end. And he's been doing villain shit like this all season.
Oh yeah.
I hate him.
Last
Thank
season
goodness,
too.
This is the video of his downfall. So Itadori's gonna come down the stairs and watch Nanami's death.
Goodness.
Had Itadori
Oh,
shot,
man.
staring off at him like he about to go Super Saiyan 2. But instead of transforming,
You know, his
we get a
death
whole lot
actually,
of
hold on, Nanami's death actually really shocked me the first time he died. I did not think bro was gonna die, but yeah. R.I.P. to Nanami. One of the best characters here.
Yelling out of anger. A normal villain would just let him carry on and say nothing. But not him though. That boy said,
Don't have to shout! I can hear you fine! YUJI Itadori!
with that big ass grin, rage baiting in real life.
Man.
Itadori couldn't stand it any longer. He starts running at him.
High
no
schooler,
plan,
too.
no nothing, just straight anger.
Isn't bro like
That boy's
15
literally
or
tripping.
16 here?
But he knows if he falls right now, there's no recovery. So he gets back up and take a good look at his face right now. He running into the fight like season 1 Midoriya. Not a single shred of confidence. They both running like they know they're about to get hurt. Mahito's gonna nonchalantly throw this wall of flesh. And Itadori
just
comes in with
gross.
the punch and he just couldn't do it. What was me?
I wouldn't do it too. That thing's
Mahito's
just
gonna go on
nasty.
the offensive, using spikes to try to get Itadori, but he breaks through them. And behind the wall, he's conjuring up this Orochimaru type snake attack, which he launches at Itadori.
Oh my
And he looked it
goodness.
straight in the eyes and stood 10 toes and opened his arms to catch it. I'm watching like, yeah, nah, he must think he's Superman or something. And it was a case of unstoppable force against a very movable object. He gets pushed off the spot, and as he gets sent sliding back, having the bottom of his shoe looking like this, checks
Damn.
shaved off his Nikes, Mahito's gonna pop out like this.
What? That
Showing
is some
him yet
Orochimaru
again,
stuff.
Tongue out and everything. He think this shit a game. And while Itadori's sitting there being angry, he's gonna catch one square to the face and get sent barreling back onto this pillar, leaving this huge slash on his face. And Mahito's not giving him the chance to breathe.
He
As
not.
he tries ramming into the pillar and
Oh
is hitting
my-
this superhero land
Bro,
as
Mahito is
he
just nasty, bro. He's just nasty.
flesh with this big ass grin on his face, holding his blade hand out. YUJI ducks under real low to
Oh
avoid
my
another slash on
goodness.
his face, but of course he's still bleeding from the first one. And Mahito's just trolling him some more, counting the amount of bodies he caught.
Caught 3 bodies in one day. I think they caught it a hat trick. Fooling with my twin, we look like SpongeBob and Patrick.
And if you forgot who this is
Yeah.
Junpei, one of the friends YUJI made in season 1. He failed to save him, and he's over there re-killing him just
Crazy.
to get under YUJI's skin. This is the definition of evil, and this
Oh,
got
for real.
Itadori like, yeah, you get your last out.
Like, this
I got
is just
something for you."
disgustingly
Itadori's gonna
evil.
square up, and Mahito's gonna use the flesh wall to cram the space. I know the claustrophobic watching this sweating bullets right now. It gets to the point where they both start strafing, and Mahito's gonna throw a jab. And bro, how are you this lost in an environment you created?
That was you.
There's no room in this bitch. There's very few places he could be. Mahito's gonna catch a kick, and it's revealed that Itadori was up above. Impact was so crazy that he got his leg in the air, giving him a face a mother couldn't love. You know this was one of the few times the Mappa animators were in the studio smiling, laughing, because in the next few frames they had him looking like this, then this, and ended off with him looking like that, looking stupid. That's how my ranked teammates look playing the game, talking about some how you know I use Moon Knight. Itadori's gonna kick him in the gut twice, put his back to the wall, and hit the flesh wall with so much force that he ends up pushing it back. And the power scalers grabbing the nearest TI-84 to start calculating how strong he is. Mahito's gonna walk back and create these Mario Party obstacles, but Itadori wasn't phased, gave the wall 2 more jabs, causing it to start tweaking out even more. As the blades pass by him, Itadori charges up a punch,
punching that nasty wall. I'm still not getting over that.
I'm like,
those things got hands? Oh my, I didn't even realize that.
Damn, my fault, Superman. Didn't know we moving like that. Mahito throws 2 more obstacles to which Itadori weaves, hitting the absolute center, and Mahito's over there partaking in his own obby. Jumps up and tries to dunk on him. Itadori's gonna hop up though, tries stomping on him, but the hand out this wall stops him, getting him right where Mahito wants him. He gets sneaked by the first punch, but 1 is all it took before he understood it. He weaved the next 2 and stomps down on Mahito with his other foot, causing him to kiss the ground, and bro hits this devious smile.
Okay, Mahito's getting work though.
They're both gonna break out of it, hitting
my god.
And that was pretty much round 1 of the fight, because after this, they went into commercial.
Bourbon sauce, and brown sugar bacon, and Angus steak,
this is Arby's.
and a top bun. This shit look nasty as fuck!
And then it comes back to Mahito just blasting at YUJI. I genuinely didn't know he could even do that shit. Look at the flashes. How does he have gunpowder in that shit? After missing every
Still a lot of stuff Mahito could probably do.
He turns into Luffy, trying to stomp him out with an oversized leg.
Because he's in Gear 3.
Is trash as hell. How can you not hit a man running in a straight line? Just leave the attack in front of you. He's making this look like a boss battle on easy difficulty. Just leave the leg. There was one attack he did that made him dodge. It was when he threw this miscellaneous ass object. Congratulations, he actually had to change direction. Yuji's gonna take it and throw it at him though, causing Mahito to slice it into pieces, looking like he got the dice fruit, that weak ass devil fruit. The only thing I seen worse is the man who ate this shit. He saw this fruit and thought it was gonna put him over the mountaintop, but instead he ended up losing his ability to swim to be this shitty giraffe. I know Zoro was looking at him like,
wouldn't let that shit happen to me though.
Okay, why you gotta cat? Why you gotta give bro the random straight though? Come on, giraffes are cool.
Shit's sad. He probably had to lie to himself every day, talking about some this fruit tough. Quit lying. The next time we see YUJI, he's on the elevator going down to the 7th floor. Mahito punches through with a kingpin-sized fist, and Itadori punches him right back to avoid getting crushed, breaking the metal ropes and causing him to free fall. Then Mahito's gonna chop through the elevator looking like a Decepticon with these red eyes and waltz his way in. Itadori's getting ready to smack fire out the back of his head, but Mahito's gonna twist his head, smiling all the way through.
Oh my goodness.
And his next move is very concerning, because he's gonna move in for a kiss of
death. Yep, there he goes.
Disgusted Yuji's looking right now. Man say, yeah, you gotta back up. Balls up his fist and gut checks Mahito. He gonna hit the back of the elevator, tongue out, freaky as hell.
Put that tongue away,
bro. With the elbow, you just see him smiling. He's really in this bitch thinking he's Heath Ledger. Boy, you are not the Joker. He's gonna do an ace type move, putting a giant hole in his stomach to avoid the attack.
What the hell is with Mahito, bro? I'm so glad this man is gone.
Then he's gonna try to attack Itadori from both sides, but he dodges it and hangs onto this metal rope right here, completely leaving. And then Mahito unleashes an attack that covers the whole elevator. I was wondering how YUJI was gonna get out of this, but they didn't show us shit. Next frame we see he's just out. I was like, alright, my fault, Houdini. Never revealed the secrets. Mahito's gonna come out the elevator with the flick out and his left foot on dental, aiming at YUJI. Firing, but YUJI punches the poor soul away. But as it's fading away, it's gonna launch an attack, causing YUJI to partake in parkour.
Mind you, all these things were people at one point.
And he has his fist charged up, waiting to counter the next attack. Mahito's gonna use the master hand attack and try to slam down, and YUJI breaks out of it. And the next thing you know, Mahito's hitting the jets. He's out of it. YUJI's gonna chase after him and turn this
we know I've seen this is now.
Corner, and we see these humans who just happen to still be in the subway, and they're just sitting there.
I remember like CJ video from this one.
I'm watching like, bro, did they not hear the screams of terror? Bro, hide or something. Why are we loitering around the steps? This is the shit that Charles Darwin be talking about. I already knew it was clipped. Mahito sees humans as eat and interact as objects. He's gonna use his IQ and creativity for pure evil. Uses this guy's body to sneak a left onto Itadori and has him sliding. And the shit he does to the next guy is just flat out unnecessary.
Yup.
Because he's gonna turn him into a sword and
Crazy.
not even use him. Mans became a Soul Eater character for no reason. While that's happening, we figured out that Nobara is fighting a clone of Mahito, and she is absolutely cooking his shit. Dude must have thought he was Naruto and could send a clone in to handle his light work, but instead he screws himself over as she
Oh
lands
yeah,
an
because that thing
attack
affected
that
his other
affects
one too.
Mahito's
Yep.
actual body, leaving him vulnerable. And Yuji wasted no time. Look at his eyes. The opening literally got him
Ooh.
seeing red. He gut checks him and it has him lobbed up in the air. And Yuji switches the pivot to get a better angle for the ass whooping. He gets a clean one right to the face
God.
and another clean one to the
Hey, you don't know how good this felt seeing Mahito get worked like this, man. Just look at his face, bro. Like, oh, it feels so good.
lower left. He hits him in
Like,
the
I don't
face,
think there's
causing
like
Mahito
another villain that can make it feel this good seeing work like this. Unless it's like a celestial dragon getting its ass beat.
to hold his arm out like he a zombie, pushing him back, and Mahito's like, please stop. Looking like him right now. And they both got the same result and never stopped the assailant. He kicks him to the wall like
Damn.
Frost and went into straight headshots. Then lands one to the abdomen, then a neck shot. And I'm like, yeah, all that trolling done caught up to him now. Wipe that smile clean off. And Yuji saw the wide eyes and said, nah, wake up.
Ain't
Grabbing
done
his
yet.
shirt and his hair and slams him to the
Ooh,
wall.
damn.
And he's gonna stare at him with the focus of a blue lock striker and performs the greatest spinning hook kick of all time.
Golly.
Look at that follow through. Crisp. He bounces off the glossy finished floor, hitting the pillar for the
God
second time.
damn.
And Yuji's like, yeah, here we go again.
And this all happened to
Yuji's
Shibuya,
gonna
bro.
fly in with a
Imagine
double
this actually
punch,
happened
causing
IRL.
Bro to start leaking blood through his eyes, nose, and mouth. He's gonna
Surprised
wind
it
up
wasn't the
with
ears
punch right
next.
back, and this gotta be one of the most bipolar shits I've ever seen. Cause he's gonna swing with all this anger, and when the attack lands, he's calm as shit, happy as hell. Where did all that anger go? You would think the job is finished, but nah.
He
That
happy
misleading
'cause he punched him
calmness
out,
meant
he's up.
nothing for these next vicious attacks. He's gonna hit him with the strong left, setting the tone. And man, the ass beating was looking straight like Broly versus Frieza. Mahito was catching every hit, getting stomped on. Like, bro, the punches were making his skin get peeled off.
Nasty.
And to end it off, they gave him a wallpaper-worthy frame. That boy Yuji had me staring at the screen proud as hell. Meanwhile, Mahito's clone is not feeling up for any challenge right now, so he runs off from the fight. Unlike Naruto's shadow clones, he's not trying to experience death, so he's getting chased down by Nobara. And the camera pans back to Mahito
I know what's finna happen next.
and Yuji, and we see that
Yeah, I know
Mahito's
what's
able
finna
to move
happen.
around again. He splits himself up into these monsters and
Like, what
creatures
the
and
hell
runs in
is
multiple
this, bro?
directions, confusing Itadori. He chases down one of the little shits, and the distraction was enough for the real Mahito to get away. And I may hate him, but his evil plays are undeniably great.
Like, this
Gonna
man
lead
is
these two right to each
unpredictable.
other, for one reason and one reason only. To piss off Itadori. The clone is leading Nobara to the Rowan, and Mahito is leading Itadori to front row seat.
About to happen, bro. Oh man, this right here, bro. This right here was just straight bad.
Of the
Oh,
crime
man.
scene. He could do nothing but watch as he palms her face. He knew her life was in Mahito's hands, and it gets him angry. So he rocks Mahito's clone like the first guy who encounters the gorilla, and turns to see Nobara holding the left side of her face like she got the illest Mangekyo Sharingan pattern. You are not Itachi. Then they start to show her past for the next 10 minutes, and I'm watching like, yeah, she's done for the season. Mahito's gonna activate the attack.
Like, didn't they
right
do an entire backstory? Oh,
Itadori's
hold on.
eyes,
Yeah,
and
didn't
she
they do like an
falls down,
entire backstory on this, like on her too, bro? Yeah, she was cooked.
breaking Itadori down mentally. He's sitting there sniffling like that one Shannon Sharp clip. Meanwhile, Mahito's running a mean route, not that Spencer James shit, that weak ass move, to close the distance on Itadori and hits him with the
Ooh.
Black Flash, sending him back, and he's gonna hit him with the Mortal Kombat Get Over You. Extends his arm to grab him, pulls it back, and throws him into the wall. And then
Damn.
after, Mahito was like,
I'm not finished.
he didn't forget that ass beating you gave him a couple minutes ago. So he grabs his collar and throws him to another wall. Then he kicks the shit out of him, causing him to spit out blood like a water hose. Then he's gonna grab the back of his shirt and hit him with Hulk animation.
God
Then punch him
damn.
away. Never would I think that Mahito would be doing that shit to Itadori. He definitely has a sleeper build. But even after all that, he still wasn't finished. Mahito grabs his
Like,
collar
he can't even process what's going on.
and
None
starts
of
doing
it.
him like how Batman does a civilian if they jaywalk, beating the shit out of him. And after he was done, he was ready to hit him with the finish.
Oh.
Turns his hand into a scythe, brings it down, but we hear a clap. And Itadori is no longer there. This man Toto's gonna pull up with the cleanest
Ooh,
entrance as
the
the
boy.
camera pans to him. keeps on hitting the praying emoji into the slow motion walk. And I thought it was being exaggerated because it was zoomed in, but nah, they zoom us out and he's really walking like that. And Mahito's sitting over here like this, like he doesn't see him, walking across back there. Toto's gonna tell Itadori to get his ass up, but Itadori's not up for it. He's sitting there crying in a fetal position, so it's up to Toto to protect him. Mahito comes in for the kill, but Toto's not playing around with him, and the face tells it all. Mahito's gonna try to rush back in, and Toto's gonna jump up, headed down air, bouncing Mahito off the ground, and it had me rising out of my seat. Just look at the setup. This was a perfect lob, but it was clear he wasn't built for this. Lights were too bright for him. So he makes them switch places. And what is this Persona 5 cut-in they just did? That's how you know these animators are in there sweating. Got them reminiscing about their days of
Hey, that ability or the running gun ability?
leisure. Anyways, Mahito's gonna try to sneak Toto. He dodges.
I
and he
mean, I'm
turns
talking about the
himself
one
into
where
a
you
whole baby.
like Sasuke
He's
when you
just out there
teleported like
doing
this one.
everything. He tries to crush him, but Toto's gonna hit a spin move into a punch, and Mahito turns his
What
torso
the
into
hell
a spike
is
trap.
that?
So Toto's like, alright, I'm not dealing with this. And Mahito turns to give him a hug, but he switches spots again. And it's just now starting to get tiring for Mahito. Look at the side eye. That's that I got something for yo ass look. And he did. He manages to drop a soul where he once was before being switched, and it almost gets him. But that reaction
Doesn't he spit those things out his mouth too?
speed is
Gross.
lethal. And now that he's off guard, it got Mahito overly geeked, looking like a Colgate commercial. Chip Skylark don't even smile this hard. Toto claps his hands, and we got Itadori standing there like he going freeze, hitting that rock, paper, scissors. But it's just rock though. He's gonna shed a singular tear, which is very tough by the way, and proceeds to hit him with a black flash, sending him flying all the way back, skipping on the floor looking like this. And when he gets up, you see that his arm is mangled. And instead of following up on that, Itadori and Toto are just gonna decide to stand there and take a flick, just letting him recover. But now it's time for them to do what the show is known for: jumping. And this is what I like to see from JJK. These characters know there's real lives.
I'm pretty sure this is a
Ain't no
beautiful
room to play
jumping.
around and run the ones, unless your name is Satoru Gojo. Then you could fool around a bit and just be happy he's on the good side. Mahito's gonna run at both of them with no fear in his soul.
That a
Hits
purple
Yuji
hammer?
down, making him
Oh
sit
my gosh,
there like
right,
he
those
got
are
crossed
people,
by
I just
Steph
realized,
Curry.
yeah.
Then he whacks them
Every
both
one
off
of
the
his
frame.
weapons are
And this
people.
right here is clean work. Itadori's gonna jump down, and Toto's gonna swap to block the hammer. He pushes it off, then claps. Then Itadori's gonna hit a front handspring, launching to kick Mahito right in the gut, and it sends him flying back. And this sequence got him smiling like he Goku, and the fight is just getting good. Then he looks up in shock to see two rocks soaring in the air, switching to both Toto
And that was clean
Itadori.
right there.
He sees the creativity and is filled with straight glee. He really think it's not his last day. I'm crying. Itadori is thrown with so much force that he turns into a black ball looking like Shadow. And he crashes down, breaking the ground, causing shit. And while they were falling, Itadori did not break eye contact, and that had me convinced that he was locked in. Until he chased him for like 2 seconds and lost him. How do you lose him that fast? Mahito's just in the back giggling. And again, even though I despise Mahito, this is a great battle of IQ. He manages to sneak in a clone and completely catch him off guard. But if it wasn't for Toto as an elite duo swapping his body with a rock, he would have gotten crushed. But now it's time for them to fight together. And this next scene,
Yeah, Toto, bro, he was really the glue that held this entire fight together, bro. Because without him, Yuji would have been straight cooked.
goes a little too fast, so I gotta slow it down real quick.
Multiple times.
Mahito's gonna try attacking Toto, but he swaps places, grabs
And
Yuji,
that ability
throws
is
him at
broken.
Mahito. But Mahito hits some Luffy shit, extending his legs so Yuji goes
What
through
the
it
hell?
and turns into a ball, getting ready for the next attack. Mahito tries hitting Itadori, and Toto tries to surprise him, but it gets absorbed, and he's able to dip out. So now Toto's just in the air.
Hey, the
off
animators
guard,
are going
but he
crazy
said, "I
doing
don't need to
this."
use my ability," and just kicks him away, letting us know it's not a crutch. It's a choice. He then sends in whatever the hell
What
this is,
is-
and both Itadori and Toto are lost to what the fuck that's supposed to be, and just lets it go by. Mahito's gonna pop up in the air after all that buffoonery.
Oh, just
and
know
use
things like the
multiple
Chaos
souls to
Gems.
initiate another stage change, breaking the floor below them and sending them down. And now, hold up. Looking at this right now is low-key reminding me of the backdrop where Iron Man fought Bucky.
Ah,
in
you
Attack.
right.
And Mahito must have felt the bad omen, because he constructs his level 50 boss to send at him. He not going out like Iron Man. They look at it, and they're just like, oh, hell no. Vacating the area fast as hell. And nah, hold up. How is Itadori dusting Toto right now? After all the fighting he's gone through, he's still able to move like that? That gotta be
Yeah,
some
that is
type
crazy.
of feat. Let me know. They turn the corner, and as they're running, they see a spike trap appear. And this is where Todo shows his ability to think quick on his feet. He already had 2 rocks equipped on him, so he throws it to the side.
That is clean
and
right
allows
there.
him to narrowly
Yeah.
escape. And now Mahito's starting to get tired of Todo's shenanigans.
How many rocks do you
he's
think I have to
gonna throw
grab
his
before
soul
doing all
between
this?
To ISO Todo. And to be
He
honest,
just has him in
I
his
felt he
pocket?
should have went into the other direction and ISO Itadori instead, now that he's all alone. But oh well, he runs out and turns these 4 civilians into swords to toss at him. So he
Golly, bro. Aren't these the civilians that got hit with the domain expansion thing?
runs, then hops into the cart to avoid it, which is just another good play by
I don't
Todo.
know.
He decides to start running at him, and then he's just like, nah, hold up, I got something for him. Then sneaks out of there. Todo looks to the side like, nah, where he going? Jumps out the cart and sees Mahito turning civilians into Soul Eater characters, out there dual wielding them too. And you could tell he's not a real swordsman for real, as he tries hitting him with this weak ass swing, but he barrel rolls under it. That boy Mahito swung so high you think he aiming for Yao Ming. He runs away and jumps off the platform, dodging another slash. Then he's gonna jump off this wall and almost lands a clean kick, but Mahito manages to lean back. And this next scene is raising some questions, because he returns with a simultaneous swing to which Todo catches with his fingers, and a third arm comes out to try and touch him. But tell me how he claps out of this.
What the
I know
hell?
you saw the position he was in. How did bro possibly clap?
Yeah, how did he clap?
You know what? I don't even want to know anymore. Let me stop asking
Ah.
questions.
I know what you thinking.
Todo's gonna kick him into the elevator, and that shit is just gonna close on its own and take him up. No buttons pressed or anything. Yeah, man, so much unexplained shit is going on right now. Place might be cursed or haunted or something. I don't know. So now Itadori and Todo are gonna link up to take the stairs, and Mahito is just standing there like, darn, they caught me. No clue why you looking like that. And this next play is absolute cinema.
What
Todo's
is?
gonna grab this rock and place
There
it
he
into
goes, grabbing more
Itadori's
rock.
hand.
Oh, okay.
And someone in MLB got
Hey, bro. These two are a crazy duo, bro. They are just so in sync during this fight, because, man, I've seen a lot of things, but these two are just so in sync, bro.
best on him, because man, this form is impeccable.
That was speaking
All
of
the
nothing,
qualities
just
of a
straight
golden arm.
motion.
You could show this as teaching material. That's for real how magnificent this animation is. But he beams the rock, creating this one for all Might ass setting, and Todo teleports with a smile that
Ooh.
resembles no one other than All Might. He's gonna load up his form and kicks Mahito with a black flash, causing him to spin dash backwards. And he's gonna use one hand to stop himself from crashing into anything and land softly, seemingly taking no damage. And Mahito's gonna be like, you know what, I want a different scenery. Hurls up souls and launches them to break the ceiling above,
Golly.
pushing Todo and Yuji up and out in the
Straight
open,
nasty.
making them stand off again and getting ready to box for another round. So Itadori and Todo are gonna hit each other with that look, and they instantly knew what time it was. Todo's gonna clap, putting Mahito in a trap position, but Yuji jumps from a distance, gearing to kick Mahito, but he severs his head to avoid the attack, and his
Like,
body's
what
gonna
the
turn into
hell?
this abomination and start violently attacking them. Meanwhile, Mahito
Wait a minute, that deadass looks familiar to that. It was called Parasite, the enemy Parasite, right? You know those aliens that do those weird things? It would deadass looks like
Mahito,
similar
but
to
he
that,
severs
like
his head to
like
avoid the
Mickey, I
attack,
think it
and his
was
body's gonna turn into
one of the
this
characters.
abomination.
Like, tell me
and
you
start
don't look
violently
similar, right?
attacking them. Meanwhile, Mahito regrows another body, and he's gonna use multiple souls to create this being, posted up and standing next
hell
to
is
it.
that?
Brody had to make sure he got his flicking before subbing him in, and he was looking like a unit. Look at that running form. Todo wasn't worried though, as he tries to make an elite play against it. He's gonna try to utilize the clap to make
Like this,
Mahito
like,
hit his
doesn't
own
it look
creation,
like it?
But the reaction speed made it too easy for it to dodge. But hey, Todo wasn't done making plays though. As this thing jumps at Itadori, Todo makes him swap positions to have an open attack on an off-guard Mahito. Last time he seen him, bro was still hitting this pose by
Bro,
himself. He gets
Mahito's
that back,
just
but he was able to
nasty
block it,
looking
and
again.
Itadori's gonna press up.
So when are you
keeping
gonna
him
turn
on
to
the
Frieza?
defensive. While that was happening, Mahito's culmination of souls rushes to Todo, making him weave, attacking back. It weaves too, and hits him with a spinning back fist.
Damn.
The smack was so loud it had Itadori in the back screaming his name like Sam Witwicky. Then he's gonna gut check him, and it launches him through the building. So naturally, I'm sad.
might just had it his big ass
oh,
volume.
shit, we got another elite fight on our hands. Then the abomination lands, making Todo move out the way and pick up the hanger, plotting to hit the cleanest move of the episode.
What is
He's gonna
that?
toss that bitch past him and teleports behind him. Move was so saucy, I saw flashes a Minato, and he punches into the wall. But that was it. That was all he needed to
Damn,
end
really?
the fight. It
Tell me, bro was doing all that power input just to be him to be like one tap.
was
Damn.
over already.
Literally
Turns
a glass
out Mahito
cannon.
put all the attributes into offense and nothing else. So these creations are built to hit the Caleb City after one punch. The camera then goes on to Yuji and Mahito's fight, and Itadori is just skating on the soles like some Sonic rails. And when we see Mahito, he's just standing there like they filming a JJK opening. Fuck is he posing like that for? And Itadori must have been wondering the same thing too, because he jumps at him with a double kick and he catches it, swings him around, and launches him buildings away. And damn, Mahito got you face first sliding on the ground, gang?
You know that can be good for your skin.
And bro, I do not remember him having all that strength to just be casually launching dudes away, out there moving like pre-Yoga Hulk. Mahito makes a mistake though, because as he chases him down, he sees that he throws him right to his duo. Only Toto can make his smiling ass this irritated, so he had to come up with a plan to get him out of here, and he got it. He remembers what Gojo's OPS did to save all those people on the subway, and he copies it, opening his domain for 0.2 of a second, avoiding the wrath of Sukuna, and he was able to hit Toto with the idle transfiguration on his left arm, forcing him to cut his shit off. And this reminded me of when the Red Kage had to do that shit too. Had to chop
Toto
his shit off
just
because he
a
got
combination
hit with
of the best characters.
But yeah, now he's
All
vulnerable.
Might, the Red
So
Kage.
Mahito closes the distance between them and hits him with the black flash. I thought it was over for bro. I had to turn away.
Yes, it was.
But again, this man's ability to think on his feet. Yes, I'm glazing. Is too elite.
I mean, I would glaze too. Look at him.
To the point of attack.
Like, he's really him.
And it saves his own life, but he comes out with a nasty bruise. But this now makes him even more vulnerable than before. He can't do that again. And Mahito's evil ass knows it. He looking at him like,
there's no way out of this one.
So what do you do? Oh yeah, wait, I know what he's gonna do.
So he rushes at him, but Toto's amulet breaks off and distracts Mahito, putting him in a genjutsu where he's getting his ass beat for whatever reason. And Toto's able to use his ability by using Mahito's hand.
Oh, clapped his own hand.
Itadori pulls up to rock, hitting him with the black flash and sending him out of there. That gotta be peak frustration right there. He backed him into a corner twice and he still gets out of there. Yeah, at that point, you just gotta say he got it and move on. Since Toto touched Mahito's hands directly, it got his shit looking like chum bucket. And on top of being severely injured, he just gonna have to sub out, leaving Mahito and Itadori to a 1v1. And just when you think shit couldn't get any worse, this man Mahito is going
this is it right
to
here.
get a whole new transformation.
This is it right here.
And this is exactly how I thought it would look. Stupid as hell. You see the shit he be making on the regular? If you practice trash, you become trash. Look at him. He really think he got that shit on. Hell no, that shit.
Like he really trying to become Frieza.
I'd rather turn into second form Cell or Barricade than be that shit. Mind you, bro could have made himself anything for real, but ended up with that. But whatever, I guess. They run at each other and Itadori throws the first kick, but it gets caught in a scarf. So Mahito's like, oh yeah, you wide open. Tries using the tail to attack him, but he rips it and steps on the tail, nullifying the attack. So now he's sitting there like, damn, maybe I shouldn't have added that weak ass shit, and they got back to scrapping. He tried throwing a punch, but Itadori's gonna cleanly block it and counter it with the rib punch. But the hardened skin made it impossible to get through. And that was making me wonder,
so what you
how
about
the
to
fuck
do?
is he supposed to beat him if he got the Mark 11 Iron Man armor on? The blade comes out of his arm, he slashes, and Itadori jumps back, but not without getting cut. So now he's holding his arm like Vegeta. And it's looking grim for Yuji.
Yep, that is.
Injury to one of his arms and his opponent got a new form with
That's nearly GG.
armor. Yeah, nah, bro. I was watching hoping Toto
that's gonna be out of some major plot armor that's gonna come out of nowhere.
will come to the rescue.
The plot's
one
gonna have
last
to kick
time.
in for
But
this
Mahito
one.
rushes him again, scrapping, and this time Itadori is keeping up, blocking, weaving, and all that. It was looking good. Ended up looking like an evenly matched Dragon Ball fight, but he's gonna push him off though, slashing his skin yet again and holding him to a defensive stance. Then he's gonna do a move only him and like Omega Shenron can do by extending the spikes on his body to attack. He dodges and goes in on offense.
I'm
But
sorry,
the punches
spikes
were
like
sounding
that like
it was
never
hitting
work,
straight armor.
ever.
And to make it worse, this man Mahito is gonna hit the Frieza pose, taunting him while he attacks. He does the spike move again, and this time it cuts a part of his face off.
I guess it did
Then
work.
he's gonna grab his face and rolly him through the ground.
Damn.
For the 50th time. Like, pick a spot.
Hey man, Yuji was getting cooked so bad during this fight. I'm surprised he is just still up and going.
Bro, damn. Anyways, Mahito rushes him again, but the damage finally catches up to him. Makes him stop mid-rush to cough up blood like Itachi, and he even hits the iconic pose, making me believe that this fight is way closer than it seemed. Mahito's gonna stomp the water, causing a tidal wave, and it engulfs Yuji. But he knew he had to stay focused. Stood there to charge up his cursed energy.
There he
and
goes with
dispels
the
water.
what's it called again?
Mahito tries to
The
sneakily
Jaja-ken?
use it as cover though, and catch Itadori with the blade arm, but he narrowly dodges it. And now it's time for Itadori to go on offense, but he didn't even give him the chance. Cause Itadori's gonna turn to Mahito with this fist up, and it scares him off. And I mean, look at him. He looks like death itself. I can't even blame him. Mahito is just running around him.
You know how much anger that like he
how
definitely
Rocky did
held
with
for
Gaara.
him?
There's only one problem though. Itadori specializes in hands. So the sneak doesn't work. He turns, throwing a punch that brushes past his and reaches him. But he's gonna drop the armor, and the punch is just gonna slip off him like he rubbed himself in butter.
Damn, really?
And that leaves Yuji defenseless, or so we thought. He makes this big chess move by using Divergent Fist, which is a delayed attack on the opponent, to secure the game.
Ooh.
And just as things were getting good, it gets even better. Because the man, the myth, the legend, Todo comes back. And
Ooh,
don't
he
ask
did?
me how there's a sun behind him, because I don't know.
Man, I love Toto so much, bro.
But he's over there talking about he don't need two hands to clap for real, causing Mahito to get caught way off guard, leaving him wide open for the
Oh yeah, that was
final
a trick.
black flag. But
Yeah.
the thing is, that attack didn't even kill him for real. The punch made him slim down like All Might, took all his gains away. Look how scrawny he got him looking now. And the crazy part is, this is not the end of the humiliation. He's gonna have the literal coldest walk down of all time because he makes the background change. Got Brody daydreaming in the nighttime. He think he running through the cold for real. He's gonna trip and turn around to see Itadori, and he's gonna have the hardest flick. He may not
Man.
have gotten the final blow, but hey, the frame is tough.
This was still good.
And yeah, that's the end of this video. Thank you for 663K. We moving. Also, new gaming video up on the other channel. Check it out.
Bro. Mahito deserved everything that happened to him, bro. Like, man, they definitely made the character that just like, it just makes your blood boil, bro. Mahito, man, Todo, Yuji, man, that fight was so good, especially the parts with Todo in it, man, because those were really the best parts. Man, this is one of the greatest fights. I can't wait to season 3, man. But this was good. Shout out to Cutting Super. See you in the next one. Peace out.